father of the bride, would like to make the speech. Lloyd, it's your time to shine, my man.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me all right? Yeah? My name is Lloyd, the very proud father of Jenna, our lovely bride. I would like to extend a very warm welcome on behalf of both families and express our deepest gratitude for joining us on this most joyful occasion. Let's also take time to remember our special loved ones who are no longer with us, but always in our hearts. They would have undoubtedly enjoyed this wonderful occasion. So please stand and raise your glasses with me and toast in remembrance of them. To family no longer with us. To family no longer with us. Everybody sat. If I'm honest, I never thought Jenna and Ben would get round to this day. But I can't tell you how honoured I am to have had the privilege of walking my stunning, beautiful daughter down the aisle today. Jenna is a very loving, kind and caring daughter. She is extremely thoughtful and always there for us, and we feel so lucky to have a daughter like her. As a child, however, she was very mischievous, to say the least, and also accident-prone, breaking her wrist several times. I believe there was frequent visits to the hospital, and the X-ray department must have inspired her chosen career. We are so very proud of all your achievements, Jenna. We love you very much. Now, let's welcome Ben officially into our family. Even though he's had his feet on the table for quite a few years. We know that Ben is not too hasty in making big decisions like this one, but he's certainly put his foot on the accelerator this past year, and here they are now married. Seriously, though, his kindness, sense of humour, and unwavering love for Jenna has brought us lots of joy. There is never a dull moment when Ben is around. He always makes you laugh, and we are so thrilled to officially call him our son-in-law. I am supposed at this point to offer some words of advice. But don't worry, Ben, I'm not going to. They've been together a long time now, so they're obviously doing all the right things. So that's about it, yeah. Before I sit down, I have one last task to perform. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and raise your glasses in wishing the newlyweds a long, healthy and happy future life together. Yeah. To the happy couple, Jenna and Ben. Right, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much.
And if the groom would like to stand and make his speech.
Gotta get mic'd up.
This is one I've been looking forward to.
You are quiet, you do. This has stressed me out, this has. Oh. Thank you, Lloyd, for your kind words. Right, I promise to try and make this quick, as I'm sure you're all wanting to eat soon. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, as of today, I am officially under new management.
Thanks, Jenna. Thanks.
I think you'll all agree just how stunning I look. Thank you. Thank you very much. But this is mainly due to the crash diet that I was put on about 4 weeks ago. So I've had teeth whitening, manicures. I get weighed in weekly. We're not even joking, are we? We're not even 4 weeks. Yeah, I was nearly signed up for Botox about 4 weeks ago, but I was just like, whoa, enough's enough. Like, this is as good as I'm going to get in 4 weeks. So, no, but on a serious note, I would like to start by making a few thank yous. So, on behalf of my wife and I, thank you. Thank you all for coming today. It means the absolute world to us both to have all our friends and family here on our special occasion. I would also like to thank the matron of honour and bridesmaids, Katie, Helen and Amelia. There you are. And thank you for all your help and support that you have given to Jen to organise this amazing day. As we all know, my role with organising things is somewhat limited. So on that note, I would like to make a toast to the bridesmaids. To the bridesmaids.
To the bridesmaids.
Next, I would like to thank my best men and groomsmen for organising a great weekend in Budapest. It's definitely nice to be standing here in my own clothes. Had I known what they had planned, it was pointless taking the suitcase with me. Yeah, absolutely pointless. And I'm under no illusions this will all get discussed later tonight. Thankfully, lads, your duties are now coming to an end and you can now have some beers on me and enjoy your night. Thank you very much. I'd like to make a special thank you to Eden, the Master of Ceremonies. He's probably the only person that was more nervous than me tonight.
That is true.
Yeah, he FaceTimed me on Thursday night in the bath, obviously naked, and he got like a packet of Fisherman's Friends in his hand, and he was eating Fisherman's Friends, naked in the bath, FaceTiming me, and I'm like, are you going to be all right? And he's like, yeah, I think I'll be all right. But I think it was actually all in his head. It was just a placebo.
Probably was.
Until he woke up in the morning and realised the error in his ways. But yeah, no, you've done a great job, mate. So thank you very much. It's also nice to know you've taken this role about as seriously as your haircut.
It's about the most serious thing I've ever done in my life.
Now to talk a little bit about my mum and dad. These are two people who have shaped me into the person who I am today. Oh. Right. So, as many of you know, sadly, my dad can't be here with us today, which will leave a big void in the celebrations and an even bigger void at the bar. So, I know he'll be looking down and proud of all the achievements I have made. He'd love to have spent today with the family and always echoed the importance of family life to me. Unfortunately, he never got the opportunity to meet Jen, but I know he would have absolutely loved her. The fact that she's absolutely stunning wouldn't have biased this decision much anyway. So, being the oldest of the three brothers, meant that when Dad passed, I always felt a burden of responsibility and always wanted to continue the legacy that he had made for us. We often joke about Sam being the golden child within the family. But hopefully I've done enough today to bring myself closer into contention for this top tier spot.
Can I just say, they always said golden balls.
Yeah.
Football.
Everything Mum and Dad did for me growing up and the sacrifices they made I will be forever grateful for. My fondest childhood memories are always been karting when I was younger and spending weekends in the workshop with my dad. And probably why I spend so much time in there now, so sorry about that. Simon, you've taken on a massive challenge, keeping Mum in check, so I'm thankful for that, and I'm very thankful for you making us so happy. I know Dad would have really approved of you, so it means a lot to us. So I think it's a good point that we toast to my dad. So thank you to John.
Job.
This now brings me on to my two brothers, Tom and Sam, who they've always had my back for the most part, apart from stag do's, I think. They let me down a bit there, but no, you're all right. It's definitely tough working in a family environment, and we all have different personalities for sure. So this doesn't come without its challenges, but I am proud to have you both sat beside me today. Most of this speech was written prior to knowing what they're going to say. So I'm guessing some of this might get revoked in a few minutes if all of a sudden idiot boy here comes through with a projector or something. But,
Honestly, mate, it's nothing coming out of it.
yeah, if there's a projector, leave it well behind that door. But no, thank you. You've done a good job. To Jen's mum and dad, thank you, Lloyd and Sandra, for welcoming me into your family, and I hope I continue to keep you both entertained. I love making them folks hoax calls late at night when you've got stuff listed on eBay, and you do make it way too easy for me. But yeah, I love being able to wind you up, so... Lloyd, thank you for everything you do around the house, your gardening, honestly, paintbrushes, you do provide a beautiful space for both me and Jen to live in, so thank you very, very much for everything you do. My neighbours are always in envy when I get home at night, and especially when summer comes and it's like, there's no way you've done that, mate. It's just like, so thank you so much. Sandra. Yeah. No, you hands down, you do make the best rhubarb crumble I've ever had. Yeah, you do. So please don't ever change the recipe. We love the fact that you have a pantry full of emergency foods. We do, which did prove helpful during COVID, and you were quite smug in telling me that handing them toilet rolls over, so thank you. But no, not once have I ever not felt welcome in your home. You've created a beautiful daughter who is generous, selfless, intelligent, funny, and allowed me to marry her. And for that, I can't thank you enough. Next, I'd like to talk about Pat and George. To me, I've always thought of you as my grandparents. You have been instrumental in my life, completely selfless, and always been that person I can call on at any given time. We've got a lifetime of memories together, and the life coaching that you've given me has made me who I am today. So for that, I'm always going to be grateful. I'm sure a lot of my sense of humour comes from you. So,
I'm not sure about that.
and the time that we've spent together. So thank you very much. You are to me and Jen our extended family, and we both love you very much. I'd like to make... Sorry, I'm rushing on now. Trying to get through it all. I'd like to make a special thank you to Meg and her aunt for taking on the responsibilities of the flowers. I think you'll all agree she's done an amazing job. So thank you so much, Meg, for everything that you've done for us. There you go, thank you. Yeah, so I do thank you very much, and thank you to your aunt for doing everything that she's done for us. And finally, the reason that we are all here today. So 19 years ago, I got a phone call. Where's Mark? Where is he? Where's Mark? Oh, he's there. Yeah, so 19 years ago, I got a phone call off Mark, who wanted me to go out for some drinking. Back then, it wasn't much of a chore to go out drinking in Skeg. And as most of you all know, I do like to drink quite a lot. And he said that Joe, who's now his wife, was out with a friend at the time, and I really need to get my arse into gear and come out and meet her. And that person that he introduced me to was Jen. So I am forever grateful for that introduction, mate. I wasn't quite sure at the time whether he was going to set me up or not, because, to be honest, I wouldn't trust him as far as I could kick him. But to be fair, he came in good, and I immediately saw Jen and felt well out of my depth. So not only did I spend a fortune plying her with drink and showing her how shit I was at dancing and telling her how amazing my car was that I didn't have, and all the other things, which involved normally taking her out on the first date in my mum's car, because I had to carry on the lie. She does still laugh now about how she never met me before, because Skeg's quite a small place and a lot of people go out in the same places, and she's like, I never saw you before, I never saw you. I think it was just that you were ugly. And you did. You was like, I just, it's weird we never saw each other, but we definitely were in the same places. So, but thankfully this night she did see something in me, probably a project, for the most, something she could work on. I got restyled.
I think the bus stop got a lot of action that night.
Yes.
So,
Dear.
but I've never looked back, and she's always telling me how much I'm punching. So you are, baby. So we went on holiday to Mexico this year, and I thought it was the right time to,
19 years.
Yeah, after 19 years.
It's the right time.
Yeah, I'm no longer Peter Pan, and I need to get on. Need to get on and grow up a little bit. So after a newfound courage and a full day of drinking in the pool, I did manage towards the latter part of the holiday make the decision that we definitely needed to get married. So that ring was off. Well, out that box and on your finger quicker than I've ever seen. And no sooner was that plane in the air, there was wedding plans in place. So you're definitely the polar opposite to me in terms of being organised, but I think you'll all agree that she's done a great job of getting everything together this evening.
Hello, Gina.
Yeah, you light up the room whenever you walk into it, and you have made my life absolutely complete. So I adore you, and I'm proud of you, and I'm so happy to call you my wife. So, yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, it'd be nice if everyone's now upstanding as I make a toast to my beautiful bride. Wife. Yeah, bride. Wife. Yeah.
Get it right, babe. Come on.
No, you definitely love my life, and I love you so much. So,
You.
to Jenna, thank you.
Here we go.
All right.
Need to swap Mark over to Tom and out of Tom and Sam, so we find out. Right. Now I think this is the one that I've been looking forward to the most. I don't know about anyone else, but well, to be fair, it depends which one's going first. Who fancies it? Finch. Right, sorry, Finch. I apologise, Finch. You wasn't the one I was looking forward to the most. Tom was, but
I think we'll share this one.
we'll tag team it. Well, I think tag team will be brilliant, mate.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'll give you one of them.
I go.
Yeah, we put that on there so everyone gets everything that's said.
Yeah.
I think they're all want to hear every detail. Don't leave out.
Well, before we start, get the projector.
Projector.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bring out the projector.
Bring out the projector.
All right, leave it. So, good afternoon, everybody. The best man's speech. Well, the best men's speech today. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sam. I'm sure you've all realised myself and Tom are Ben's younger brothers. Well, better looking younger brothers, actually. And we're the joint best men today. We're both very honoured to be asked by Ben. In true Ben style, it took a while. This was done over a rather unnecessarily awkward meal where we sat there for about an hour and a half wondering what was going on before Ben mustered up the courage to ask us both the question. Of course, we said yes. I mean, after 35 years of being lovingly called an ugly, useless retard on a daily basis, I figured I was the perfect candidate for the job. And of course, why not also invite his daily arch nemesis, Tom, to give him some comforting words of support. I can only imagine it's a logical decision to ask your nearest and dearest, because, of course, we would never dig him out, would we, Tom?
Well, actually, Sam, this speech is going to be a little bit like Ben. Short and not very funny. To be honest, you might say we have a bit of a strange family dynamic. Now, where is our cousin Jason? Jason, just stand up for us, please, mate. Just stand up for us, please. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, bless him. There's one in every family. Now, before we dig Ben out too much into the past, we should celebrate the present. On a serious note, we'd like to say how beautiful the bridesmaids look today. Only outshone by Jenna.
Yes.
Who I think you will all agree looks amazing.
So this is going to be the first of many toasts. So you'd like to all join me in a toast to the beautiful bride.
Cheers.
Jenna has put, obviously, a ridiculous amount of time and effort into making this day an absolutely fantastic day for everybody.
Yeah, so let's be honest, Tom. We're all surprised to be here today. It's not every day a woman like Jenna is as patient enough to wait 19 plus years. Yes, 19 years. Before being told she is the one. Jenna has not only waited a considerable amount... That's not in the script. That just came from the heart. Sorry, waited a considerable amount of time. She has travelled up and down the country in vans and lorries to watch her boyfriend watch his boyfriends race cars. Sorry. Now that takes one hell of a woman.
There are, of course, perks to waiting. At the side of a racetrack, weekend after weekend, you get plenty of time to plan for the perfect day. And no one has been looking forward to, has planned, and has anticipated this day more than Mum. Are you having a nice day? Yeah, well done, yeah. Good. Should we get another drink? I can honestly say the wait has been worth it. Well done, Jenna. However, it's a shame Ben's airline wasn't as patient.
I'm glad you had that one. Jokes aside, we're truly overwhelmed by the venue you've chosen today. The thought and care you've put into every detail is just incredible. Especially Ben's manicure he had done yesterday. Yeah, he couldn't let those King Charles sausage fingers spoil the pictures. And when Ben insisted on being involved in the planning too, we thought it was great that Jenna utilised his skill set. We really hope the kids enjoy their chicken nuggets today. Ben says they are exquisite.
Whilst we're on the subject of food, and Ben, you'll notice a distinct lack of beef on the menu today. This is because of the mid-90s outbreak of mad cow disease, which has left Ben petrified of beef. And still to this day will not eat anything, including steak, burgers, or spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah, looking back a bit now, I can say Ben has always been there to support me through the big moments in my life. I'll briefly touch on my first night out at 16, when Ben insisted my first drink was at an establishment called Flirts. It's still there. Probably not, you are now. Yeah, it's still there now, I believe. It might be a gay bar, I'm not sure. But no, I do remember back to my first day of secondary school, when at break, I delved into my blazer pockets for my timetable. I quickly realised that I stuffed all my pockets full of condoms. Yeah, just what every nervous 11-year-old wants to find out on their first day of school. So thanks, Ben, thanks for that.
To be fair, Ben didn't want the family tradition to die out, because on Ben's first day of school, Dad accidentally sent Ben to school with a rubber penis. That, when thrown at a wall, would hilariously walk down it. Now, you can imagine the chaos when Ben got caught with it in class. To this day, we're not sure if Dad did it as a prank or just popped it into the wrong jacket pocket. It was probably the first time and last time Ben was the most popular kid in school. Whilst we're talking about being popular, Ben was also well known with the local authorities. He was the first member of the Court Miller family to go to court. No, it was just magistrates' court, you know, don't worry, not in a Jimmy Savile sort of way. But let's just say, Ben's always had a unique way of making a name for himself. It's a surprise Ben has had success in the motor trade, considering at the tender age of 17, Ben, in his first car, the pale blue Ford Orion, encouraged a lady off her bike. Now, to be fair to Ben, I think she zigged when he zagged. Well, let's just say he's been a menace to cyclists ever since. Now, I'm not saying these events gave Ben a taste for the criminal life. However, I do recall Ben and his cohorts would tally up how many taxes they could flee from without payment. Now, this does come with its risks in Lincolnshire, as whilst absconding from an £11 taxi, the group got split, one going one way down an alley, and Ben over a barbed wire hedge across a field, where he then collided with a sleeping cow at full speed. I guess the thug life never leaves you.
I believe Ben and Jenna first crossed paths in the early 2000s during one of their many glamorous nights out in Skegness. It didn't take long for them to realise that they had a taste for the finer things in life. Whether it's a trip to Vegas, Dubai, Cancun, you can count on Ben to soak in the culture, even if it's just lounging by the pool with a pint in his hand. One thing's for sure, Ben has a bigger fear of centre parks than he does beef. Now, here's the thing about Ben. Despite going on holidays more than most of us, he's actually never booked one himself. He's been everywhere, but has zero idea how any of it came together. And then there's the stag do. You've kind of touched on this already, I believe. Let's just say it became a daily comedy show. Every morning, Ben would go to grab his designer clothes, neatly packed away, by Jenna, of course, only to be disappointed by yet another more fitting outfit that we'd packed for him. None of that awful designer T-shirts that he loves to wear. But that hasn't even been his biggest worry. As most of you know, Ben had a very specific hope for the stag do. He was convinced that he would get handcuffed to a midget. We won't go into that. Let's just say it did or didn't happen. But funny enough, Jenna's the one who's actually tied to a midget for the rest of her life.
Going back to... coming back to absent loved ones, our dad, obviously, who couldn't be with us here today, would have been massively proud of both of you. And in many ways, Ben is dad. Not just short and bald. He also likes to drink. Enjoys taking things slightly too far, and is the only one blessed with Dad's mechanical skills. So let's take a minute just to toast our dad and other and family friends who can't be here. To John.
Cheers. Yeah, like Tom said, obviously days like today highlight the people that are missing in the room. I can honestly say, since we lost Dad, Ben, you have, without hesitation, stepped up at an incredibly young age. You and Tom have taken the business further than he could have ever dreamed. And yeah, I've always looked up to you. down more recently. I cannot thank you enough for your unrelenting support to allow me to be the ugly, useless retard, travelling the world, making many mistakes. So thank you very much.
I can speak for both of us and say, although it's taken Ben a significantly longer time than most to marry his loved one, we have both seen you as our sister-in-law from the early days. You are so supportive to the challenges of our interesting family and the Court and Miller business. We can't wait to officially call you family, which we can now. We hope you have a long, prosperous and happy life together. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses to the bride and groom. Bride and groom.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here he is. Hello, Oliver. Hello. Yeah, we want to post a toast to you for your, being as it's your 19th birthday. Yes. Want to wish him a very happy birthday. Hey. I hope you're having a good day.